So today I'm about to feed them lunch. It's lunchtime, and take this opportunity to show you guys how to best serve your cat's food and how to do it in such a way that your cat will really like. Some cats, these guys are super good eaters, so I haven't had any problems with them, but some cats are really picky, really finicky. They have a challenge to eat enough food, or especially if your cat were to be ill with something, or kitten especially were to be sick, then it's sometimes, some of you may have experienced, it can be a really struggle to get them to eat enough, and that's very, of course, dangerous for them and very stress producing for you to make sure that you get them to eat enough. So we're going to talk about that. So number one step is, a cat really likes to be fed, and sorry, we're in the guest bathroom because this is their quarantine area, so that's why the toilet. They really like to be fed on a flat surface, on a plate. So yeah, I know. Ceramic plate, glass plate, even a paper plate if you want, if you feed that way, so you can just throw it away, that's fine. But the reason being here behind the plate theory, I guess, of best for feeding cats is, as you can see with your cat, now I know a lot of us with hairless cats, they don't have much for whiskers or none at all, but most typical cats with their whiskers, and these are their hypersensitive feelers. This is what tells them all about their environment around them. So when you're feeding your cat in a bowl, for them to get their face down into the bowl, they'd be hitting their whiskers on the bowl. So number one, they don't tend to like that very much. Number two, when a cat is eating or going to the bathroom, that's when it feels the most vulnerable of its entire day, everything that it does. When it's eating and going to the bathroom, it wants to feel as comfortable and as safe as possible. And being able to eat on a plate, they're able to see their environment around them, see the other animals around them, see the people around them, and whatnot. Whereas when you feed them in a bowl and they have to stick their face down into a bowl, they're not able to see while they're eating, and that can be stress provoking for them. Some cats, again, it's no, they just don't care. They'll just eat anything, anywhere, anytime, but some of them are very sensitive to that. So this is the theory of why we want to feed only on a plate. Now there are some new companies I've seen where they're making really neat bowls. There's a stainless steel bowl where it's just very, very shallow. It's just a very small set in bowl. So, I don't know, you can spend the $20 on that. To me, it's not worth it. I just have these little ceramic plates I already have anyway, so I'll just use this. So that's what we're going to feed them. And then today we got them some Instinct kitten canned food here. So part two of how to serve your food to them is just about how we're going to present it to them on the plate. So yeah, and again, we're in a quarantine area with these guys, so we got small space here. But anyway, so again, some cats are going to be fine no matter how you serve this food to them. Actually, what? I'm going to have to prepare it up here, or they're not going to let me show anybody what I'm doing. These guys are not finicky eaters. So with some cats, you may be able to just plop it out like that, and you're completely fine. But again, we're looking at this from a way of, if you're having difficulties with getting your cat to eat for any reason, then literally how we prepare it, serve it to them, and present it to them can be important. So what we've found through all of our years' experience, don't lick that, is it's actually really helpful to kind of mush it up like this a bit, especially if you're serving a pate food like this. And then if you're serving multiple cats, also it's good to push it out to the edges of the plate. If you leave it all in the middle, you're going to have 2 or 3 cats, however many you're trying to feed at a time, kind of all going at the bunch of the food in the middle, and they don't really want to share. Number one, cats don't really like to share their food anyway. So it's really, you know, if you have a household where it works and you have multiple cats, fine, but it's really best to feed them on separate plates. So anyhow, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give everybody like their own little section here, and I kind of mashed it up and moved it around. And when you present it to them more in this sort of mountain of food, we call it, this little mountain pile, they do a lot better with eating it. So many people I see, I don't know why, as humans we think this is the way that the cat would want it. And I know baby, oh, just give me one more minute. And I see a lot of people just naturally just do this and just smush the food down, and I'm not really sure why we do that, but it makes it, of course, that's harder for them to get in their mouth. That's not as appealing to them as presenting it like this in a soft little mountain. And I can't tell you, I mean, I've literally seen just this feeding technique. All right, I'm gonna feed you and shut up here. I've literally seen this feeding technique before save a kitten's life when I was raising kittens before, breeding and raising or rescuing, and they were ill and struggling to eat from whatever cause. Just literally feeding them the food and kind of mushing it up into a nice mountain. It makes it so palatable for them, and you know, they start to eat better and gain their weight back. So that's it. That's our lovely little cuties eating their 3 mountains of food, and this one clearly is stealing that one's mountain. But there's more where it came from, kids. So, all right, I hope this helps and everybody enjoyed. Bye.